Hey, what's up guys, this is Shukesh. So ultimately I got my hands on the Nokia 3, though this phone was actually announced in the month of February. It is released in Indian market just this month. Now Nokia is back once again, though this brand has a lot of catching up to do. I really hope that Nokia succeed this time. We still love this brand. In fact, people used to buy Windows phones only because of the Nokia brand. Nokia is back with a bang, and this time we have Android Nougat raw untouched version. As you know, there are 3 Android Nokia phones right now: Nokia 3, Nokia 5 and Nokia 6. At this moment only Nokia 3 is available. Nokia 5 and 6 are coming next month. So without any further ado, let's get started with the unboxing and check the device itself. There we go, the first Nokia phone with Android. I'm really very excited. The packaging is really beautiful, I will say. There are 4 color variants of this phone. I have the black version. You can also buy copper white, silver white and blue. Well, I almost dropped the phone. So this video would have been a drop test on Nokia 3. Now, though this black color is looking quite nice, I actually liked the white version, especially the silver white, so I suggest you to buy the white color if available. There is shortage of supply of this phone right now. The price of this phone is set at 9,500 rupees in India, that is approximately 150 US dollars. There are so many other phones you can buy at this price point. I will talk about that. There you have the SIM ejector pin and the manual. Then we have this box here which should contain other accessories like the data cable, earphones, the adapter, etc. It's basically a micro USB to USB cable, and there you have the earphones. Of course, a very basic one. It's not an in-ear type earphone, as you can see, and the build quality is actually not that bad. The 3.5mm jack does not have any gold plating, and there you have the microphone. Now interestingly, there is no push button, so I don't know how can you answer and end calls. If I am missing something, please let me know. It's made in Vietnam. The smartphone is actually made in India. There you have the power adapter, very compact. The rating is 5V 1A, so it's a 5W charger. So it's gonna take some time to charge the 2630 mAh battery inside the Nokia 3. Guys, let's now have a close look at the handset, the design, the build quality and also the port, sensors, etc. You get 2.5D Gorilla Glass which blends into the aluminum frame, which is rounded and adds to the build quality of the phone. The back cover is actually polycarbonate but feels very solid. The thickness of the phone is 8.48mm, though the phone feels much slimmer, and I don't know the exact weight, but it's not that much heavy, not lightweight, it's just perfect and feels very solid in hand. The design profile, the aesthetics of the phone is top class as expected from a brand like Nokia. The camera bump resembles the Motorola smartphones. I have the Moto E3 Power with me right now, and if you ask me, I will say the build quality and the looks of Nokia 3 is much better than this Motorola smartphone. It's slimmer and looks much pricier. The details, the design is more polished. The 2.5D glass also looks very premium. Now I also want to show you the Moto C Plus, and though this phone is around 2500 rupees cheaper, the interesting fact is the specs of these two phones here are very close. I mean, they have the same CPU, GPU, RAM and storage. The display size and resolution are same. You have Android 7, only the battery and cameras are different. So is it really worth spending 2500 rupees more on this Nokia phone? I will get to that later. I also have with me the Redmi Note 4. The base model of Redmi Note 4 is priced at 10,000 rupees, that is just 500 rupees more, and the specs of Redmi Note 4 and Nokia 3 are not even comparable. In fact, we really don't expect a brand like Nokia to compete with Xiaomi smartphones. For just 10,000 rupees, you are getting Snapdragon 625, which is totally crazy. Well, Redmi 4 is actually the biggest competitor of this Nokia 3, and Redmi 4 offers better specs as expected. I don't have the Redmi 4 with me right now, but I will manage one and do a comparison with this Nokia 3, so stay tuned. Now guys, let me quickly give you a walkthrough of the exterior. You have a 5-inch IPS LCD display with 720p resolution. The PPI is decent 294. You have the navigation keys here. There is no fingerprint scanner. The ear speaker is at the top coupled with the proximity and ambient sensors. Now one of the biggest reasons you can buy this Nokia 3 is the front camera. It's the cheapest phone with autofocus on the front camera. In fact, it's the same 8 megapixel f2.0 camera as you get on the Nokia 5 and Nokia 6, though these two phones are pricier. The pixel size is big 1.12 micrometers, so we can expect best-in-class selfies with this Nokia 3. You get Nokia branding at the front and also at the back, of course. The rear camera is rated same as the front camera, though you have a flash. The video recording capability with both front and rear cameras is 720p. I will upload some camera samples into my Facebook page, facebook.com/gadgetsportal. You have the antenna bands, the earphone jack and also the secondary microphone. The volume rocker and power keys are here. There you get the slots for the SIM card and the micro SD card. This is the slot for the SD card and there you have the slots for the nano SIM cards. One of the biggest cons of Xiaomi smartphones is the hybrid SIM slot, that is, you cannot install two SIM cards and the micro SD card at the same time. I'm really glad that Nokia didn't make the same mistake. Now at the bottom you have the micro USB 2.0 port, which is OTG enabled, that is you can attach your pen drive, hard drive, mouse, keyboards, etc. This is the primary microphone hole and there you have the loudspeaker at a very convenient position. So the design is well thought out, everything is at the right place and the handling, the size of the phone is perfect for one hand. Thanks to the metal frame, the phone feels solid, and once again do buy the white versions, those are more beautiful. I also want to add here Nokia 3 features NFC, dual band Wi-Fi, compass, FM radio and the Bluetooth version is 4.0. It's now time to turn on the phone. Well, there you go, Android on a Nokia smartphone. Ultimately, I was waiting for this day for so many years and once again I am personally extremely happy and excited. I don't know whether you remember or not, back in 2014, Nokia actually tried Android on their Nokia X series devices, but the Android OS was crippled and we cannot really say those were real Android phones. On this Nokia 3 you have clean and untouched version of Android 7.0 and the display here is actually quite interesting. It's extremely bright, 450 nits and it's polarized. There is lamination to reduce glare. The viewing angles are actually quite good. It's IPS LCD as you know and the viewing angles are actually quite good. 294 ppi is not bad. You cannot notice the pixels from normal distance. Now out of 2 GB, the free available RAM for the user is 703 MB. So the OS and the inbuilt apps are eating up considerable amount of RAM. Out of 16 GB, 6.51 GB is being used. So you get around 9.5 GB free for the user out of the box. There is dedicated SD card slot, so don't worry. There is some motion support, like you can turn over the phone to reject any call and also you can mute the ringtone once you pick up the phone. The raw version of Android ensures smooth performance, at least the best this phone can offer. Now let's quickly check the keyboard. It's the raw Google keyboard and I think there is slight lag on the keyboard. Since it's a 5-inch screen, you better use one hand for typing. You can of course install SwiftKey keyboard for better experience. Let's have a quick look at the camera. Well, the interface seems very interesting. There are so many options and the autofocusing is not the fastest, I will say, but still it's not that bad. There is also no considerable shutter lag, I really hope that this camera is better than Redmi 4 and Redmi Note 4, because the Xiaomi phones are better than Nokia 3 in every possible way except for the camera, I think. Especially the front camera, that is the 8 megapixel autofocus camera, is probably much better than the Xiaomi and the Motorola phones. So if you are a selfie freak and don't really care about hardcore gaming, then Nokia 3 might be a great choice. I will do a complete camera review in my full review, so keep in touch. Now on Antutu benchmark, the phone scores 26,896, so it's a mediocre score. Don't expect any high-end gaming experience from this device, but still I think you can play almost all the mid-range games. I am showing you the breakup, and if you compare it with Moto C+, which shares almost the same CPU, scores slightly higher, and on the Moto E3 Power, which features a 1 GHz quad-core processor, you get 22,595. Of course, Redmi Note 4 with Snapdragon 625 is not even in the same league. So of course, for performance, go for Redmi Note 4 or Redmi 4, and Nokia 3 is mainly for the camera. There you have the specs, you can pause and check. Let me also compare it with Moto C+, which shares the same CPU and GPU. Moto E3 Power also packs the MediaTek processor. There is also another Motorola device, Moto G4 Play with Snapdragon 410 you can go for. If Nokia could manage at least Snapdragon 410, then it would have been really nice. Now what I like most about Nokia 3 is you get most of the basic and premium sensors a smartphone should have. Most of the phones in this category, especially Samsung and Motorola phones, lack most of the sensors. Well friends, we are at the end of this unboxing and hands-on. For 9500, it might not be a great performing phone, but after all, it's a premium category smartphone. The build quality is awesome, the cameras are also very promising, and Nokia also promised regular software updates. So are you going to buy this phone for the brand value, for the premium feel and look, or instead you will go for the Xiaomi phones with much better performance and of course bigger batteries? Let me know in the comment section. I will upload the full review as soon as I can. If you have liked my take on this Nokia 3, then hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe for my upcoming reviews on this Nokia 3. That's all in this video. Thanks a lot for watching guys. This is Shukesh signing off. Have a nice day.